These whistleblower claims include allegations of bias, even being forced to sign false affidavits. And according to my sources tonight, who I spoke to within the last hour, that are directly involved with the whistleblowers, there are now at least 20 confirmed whistleblowers that have come forward. And according to their attorney, quote, I'm hearing from FBI personnel that they feel like the director has lost control of the Bureau. He said they are saying, how does this guy survive? He's leaving. He's got to leave.
And that's what brings me to the floor of the Senate today, focusing on Assistant Special Agent in Charge Timothy Thibault at the FBI's Washington field office. I sent a letter to the Justice Department, to the FBI, Department of Justice Inspector General. In those letters, I provided evidence of extreme left-wing bias shown by Special Agent Thibault. Now, in his position, he's in a very powerful agent within the FBI. So powerful that he can open and close federal public corruption case and investigation. And he's a shining example at the same time of what's wrong with the FBI. Andrew McCarthy wrote about Mr. Thibault last week and wondered what the heck has happened with the FBI. This FBI agent's left-wing political bias was exposed by his very own LinkedIn and Twitter account. There, in those accounts, he posted highly partisan material related to his superiors, matters under the FBI's purview, and matters under his own preview. His LinkedIn network includes current and former FBI personnel. The general public is able to review his social media content, which includes his political views, his political biases, and objections. Thibault, under the title of Assistant Special Agent in Charge, directly posted a partisan article related to Michael Flynn, that's Lieutenant General Michael Flynn's case, to his LinkedIn account. The article was a September 3rd, 2020 opinion piece from the Washington Post entitled, Why the Michael Flynn Case Still Matters, which was about, quote, Trump administration's abuses of the justice system, end of quote. He also liked other politically charged articles relating to then President Trump and his superior then Attorney General Barr. Thibault's public political association doesn't even end with those examples. According to his Twitter feed, which is also under his name, he mocked the election of one of our new colleagues, Senator Tuberville, and the state of Mississippi at the same time. He said, quote, thank God for Mississippi state model of Alabama, end of quote. I'm not sure exactly what that means, but it's pretty clear that he's making fun. He recently tweeted, quote, can we give Kentucky to the Russian Federation, end quote. After my letters were made public, he reportedly then set his tweets to protected mode and deleted his LinkedIn profile. His social media activity likely violated several federal regulations and department guidelines, which guidelines are there designed to prevent political bias from infecting FBI matters. Such restrictions on political activity are heightened by senior FBI officials like Thibault because of the risk of improper influence on investigative matters. If he projects this type of political sentiment in public using his name and title, there's absolutely no telling what he's doing within the privacy of his office and in front of subordinates. The fact that this FBI agent has the power to open and close investigation, particularly into political figures, Republican and or Democrat, is cause for serious concern. His actions present a grave risk of political infection and bias in his official decision-making process. Let me ask, what have the Justice Department and FBI done to oversee his work behavior? Let me ask, how many investigations have been infected by this political bias by this special agent. I fear for many years he's been able to do whatever he wanted. Accordingly, such conduct unquestionably undermined both the Justice Department and the FBI because, at a minimum, it creates the perception of unequal application of the law. Now, at the maximum, his political bias has materially infected investigative matters that he's been a part of. This is why the American people have lost confidence in the Justice Department, the FBI, to do the job that those two agencies are assigned to do under our law. Political considerations have infected these agents, and the cost is a loss of faith in the very institutions that depend on the American people's trust for the credibility of these agents. My press release last week listed a phone number and email address for Justice Department and FBI whistleblowers to contact my office if they know some of these similar things that we need to know. Since then, I've had whistleblowers reach out to me about Thibault and others. I'll have more to say on that matter in coming weeks' contact. And of course, I strongly urge the Justice Department and the FBI to clean house without hesitation.